Okay, Gus. So I'm gonna crack my can, and I'm in control. And so when I say go, I'll crack the can, and we'll start the podcast.
So when you count yourself down, you're gonna crack the can and then start the podcast.
Right. It's pretty much all in my hands here, and I don't need you to do anything. I just need
God,
you
I could definitely carry some weight and help. So you share the load a little bit. That would be nice. So
I don't really know what that means. What does that mean?
Well, if it was too much, because, let me just count off the top of my head what you're doing right now. You're cracking the can, you're counting down, you're starting the podcast. I mean, that's rounded up, that's like half a dozen things.
Out of order immediately. I'm counting down, then I'm cracking the can.
And you open the can.
Yeah, and then I start the podcast.
Yeah, so, if you needed to offload some of that stuff, I could definitely, maybe start the podcast or something of that nature, if that was okay, if you needed it.
No, I'll say 3, 2.
Yeah, like that. And then welcome back, guys, to the Gus and Eddy podcast.
Dude, thanks
for tuning in. I could do that if you needed to.
Dude,
well, I already kind of did it.
I gotta apologize to you. I tried it and I didn't work. I did it wrong. I cracked on 2.
Wait.
That's what that's like? It's way harder, dude. I'm sorry for getting so mad at you. Oh my God. It's to line up, go, and cracking it at the same time is really difficult. I'm sorry,
honestly, dude. Sorry, I'm getting a little emotional. That means the world to me that you would have the gumption to say that, dude. I've been really struggling with that for a lot of months, so thank you.
Honestly, I'll say I haven't had the gumption for a long time, and I feel like finally now I do have the gumption. And I feel like I've been walking around gumptionless.
I've just noticed a distinct lack of gumption in this podcast.
The second we started talking, I could hear the gumption. This is
good.
Well, first off, welcome back. I want to thank everybody for being so cool about us not recording an episode last week for obvious reasons. If you're in the future, just pick a point during the quarantine for why we didn't upload. And you're probably right. If you're just trying to think, what week was it? Any week would work.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
It was cool that, everybody let us take that break week to do a charity stream, and the boys, not us. We were just the people streaming it, but the boys, this community raised $35,000 for charity for Color of Change. So applause for the boys.
Insane. Thank you, boys. Holy shit. Yeah, that was fucking crazy. So crazy. Thank you, everybody, for showing up. We played a lot of Jackbox and some Scriblio. I joined in very late. Thank you, Eddie, for fielding the start of that whole thing. It just was a wonderful
as far as
evening.
the whole stream goes, you probably joined in like 10% in, so not very late. You were there for almost all of it.
Oh yeah, I was an on the road boy, and I want to interject right here, boys. If you're looking at me here, I've got the old Sony flip cam that I'm shooting this on. I'm back home right now in Wisconsin. We do not have our fast internet installed yet. It should be any day now, so I'm using this old camera because the file sizes are about 1/10 of the size, so that Tony can get it lightning fast.
Lightning fast, and then Tony will. Well, we're already a day late, so, and not because of Tony, because of us. So then Tony will edit it in so fast it'll be in the past. This will come out on Friday.
Dang, dude, that's
really,
Tony. Honestly, really cool. Again, he's not solving the coronavirus, but cool of him to kick it back a few days to Friday.
Yeah. So if you're listening to this podcast on the day it came out, you're actually listening to it before we recorded it. So, what are we gonna say?
Yeah, tell it. Let's just Garth and Cat the whole podcast.
One thing is, I think with this episode, because as many of you know, we used to have a podcast called Okay, I'll Talk. That was over Skype. But that was when I was in the suburbs of Chicago and you were in Menominee. And so I believe this is officially the longest the podcast table has been ever.
Wow. I didn't even consider that.
It's a cross-country podcast, and we've never done that before.
These are like old times.
Yeah, it's like
awesome.
It's almost exactly like Okay, I'll Talk. It's weird because does feel like a difference of knowing you are pretty much directly 3 floors above me versus being across the country. But that's what I want to talk about, because not only am I happy for you, but I'm also a bit jealous. You are home.
I am home. Thank you, Eddie. First of all, I got to tell you, I've been home as of recording this. It's been about a day and a half or so. And I know that there are so many people in the world, in this country right now, that are going through so much worse than I have been going through. But I have just, I've not been super myself in the last couple of months, and I've been in the doldrums in the apartment and stuff. And in just the last day and a half, I've felt the best that I've felt in months. We pulled the car up yesterday, and I just parked it in the front yard, and it was like 5 p.m. and the golden light was there, and the little like maple seed tufts were blowing through the air, and I just stepped out in my yard and cried. It just is the best thing ever. I'm so happy to be home.
Just for people in the audience, I asked if Gus was home, and when he said yes, my first question, because I'm so homesick, I was like, did you cry? Because I feel like I'm going to cry. And you were just like, yeah, dude, immediately.
It was the best. It was like stepping out into like the intro of BioShock Infinite. Like I could hear some music coming from inside and all the golden god rays and stuff. Like, it's so wonderful. And, but I'm home now, and they're going to be making a lot of good old grown home memes and stuff.
Fuck yeah, dude. And so like everybody's back, right? It's just the entire family.
Entire family's home right now. Yeah, I came home on a Saturday night. We just kind of kicked it, listened to some music and stuff, and watched TV. This is a reset button. Everyone's also, here.
An interesting thing I was thinking, too, is like obviously with the horrible circumstances, like this is also for your family specifically, like a thing that would have never happened other than quarantine, where like everybody post college is just living at your house right now.
Yeah, it's very strange. Yeah, Sven's home. Thor hasn't left for college stuff yet. It's pretty cool. And this literally, the stretch of about 6 months or so, this is the longest I've ever gone in my whole life without seeing my family. So this was like, I was getting teased,
I hear you, man. I still haven't broken the streak yet. Breaking records every day.
Damn. Oh boy.
Man. Not that, do we have, I want to hear some preguntas right away. I need to hear from our boys. I need to hear what they're asking. I need to involve the boys immediately.
Thank you, fellas and ladies. Thank you, everybody. Again, follow us on Twitter at Eddie Burback and at Gus Johnson, and you can ask us your preguntas. That's questions for English speakers. I got one here from at Crimbofication, and they say, hey, me and my friends have a dispute. They think that it is okay to take a piss while on mic, but I think it's gross. They said they wouldn't mind if I did it, but I think it's a breach of privacy, and they think it's normal if everyone is friends. What do you think?
I'm going to be honest. I feel like a couple years ago I might have agreed with this guy, but I've taken a leak while online with the boys, and it doesn't seem to really matter at all.
Oh, yeah. Do you strategically aim the stream to the bowl to curve it like a Tony Hawk half pipe, or do you just go dead center? Okay.
If I'm in for weird reasons, if it's like over chat, I don't want to interrupt everyone with the stream. But I had a moment when I was about 17, 18, and I was like, I'm always trying to silently piss when I'm in a public bathroom. And I was just like, why? What? I'm in a public bathroom. Everybody knows I'm pissing. Like if I'm not in a urinal, if I'm in a stall.
Exactly.
And I was like, why am I? It's not. It's just liquid hitting liquid. And so now I hit center of the bowl when I'm in public. Power move.
Yeah, that's a strong thing.
That's what I
like
do.
It. Did you ever try to piss as hard as you can so then people would think that you have a big penis because it's so loud?
I just almost spit out my water. Did you ever try to piss as hard as you can? I have tested the waters of how loud I could pee. Yeah, but usually not in public where I'm like, I need them to know I got a big penis.
You just hear struggling. Ow, ow, ow.
I bring a fire hose into the stall just to try and trick people.
Dude, I had to hit an uncomfortable amount of public bathrooms in the last week as we drove across the entire U.S. there, and you better believe your boy was strapped with his sidearm piece of hand sanitizer every step of the way. I hate public bathroom shit.
Yeah,
Dude,
that's that's the more interesting. I've just been here. I don't have anything new really, but you had a cross-country road trip. Can we hear about that, please?
yeah, I mean, it was certainly less, I guess, exciting than our trucking it across the U.S. kind of road trip. There was a lot less involved in terms of logistics and stuff, but like, it really was just slogging through a lot of states and stuff. And there was cool shit, dude. I forgot how fucking cool Utah is. It's just the most beautiful place.
Yeah, well, I was so shocked the first time we drove because, like, I knew Utah looked pretty cool, but I had no idea, like, just how beautiful Utah was.
Oh, yeah. It's like you see that and you're like, I kind of get it why the Mormons think this is, like, God's chosen land or whatever. Yeah. Like, it looks like a BioShock Infinite meets rural towns, you know?
Mm.
Let's see if I can say BioShock Infinite a third time this podcast.
Let's hope. Let's only hope. Let's hope that you have the gumption.
Yeah, I will pray that. Dude, I put out a thing on Twitter too, and one thing that was so surprising, and again, I know you can attest to this, Eddie, is like, I know we're in like the heart of one of the biggest cities on earth, arguably, and like everything is cranked 10 out of 10 in terms of like coronavirus stuff and all the like protests and everything too, but I was legitimately shocked just how much a lot of these places that weren't even like rural 400 people town places, but like there were just so many people in these towns that just didn't have a single mask on, where like restaurants were open. It was as if the virus didn't even exist, you know?
Yeah, I do too, and it's like it's crazy where I don't even know how to feel anymore about how careful to be, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Where it's just like, obviously with the protests and everything, that's like a bigger fish to fry type thing. But I just don't, if I was in a small town and there were no cases, I really don't know how I'd treat it. Because you know what I mean? Like, it's like, I wish that they were being super careful. But it's just like, I don't know, dude. So, my brain is so fried on everything coronavirus that it's just like, I don't fucking know.
Isn't it weird to think that like the literal biggest global issue right now is like taking a backseat to like all of the stuff that's going on in America? Like, I forget all the time, like, oh yeah, there's a pandemic going on too.
Yeah,
it's just weird.
And to a degree, it's like if people have gathered in the large numbers that they have, is the tree of like people passing it too big now? Where, you know what I mean? I don't. I just don't know. It's like, do you have it? I'm sure a lot of people listening kind of are with me on this, where it's no actual real thought of it, but there's part of my brain that is the like, sorry, I had a burp there, very logical bit where it's like, if I see a group of people for months, I was like, oh, God damn it, you know? And then there's that goddamn it logical part still there. But then there's this part of my brain that's getting stronger and stronger that goes like, well, at least it looks normal again. You know what I mean? It's like, and I know I don't listen to that part of the brain, but it's there, you know, where like, even with the, like, some of the peaceful protest stuff, seeing people gather was like, oh, that's nice. It's just people. Yeah. But it's not, it's like the underlying bit is very scary with the coronavirus.
Absolutely. And dude, it's crazy. Like now it's so weird just being outside and not having a mask on and stuff. Like, again, we live in the middle of nowhere, you know? So it's like I just walk outside and it's just the family. Like, we're not around anyone in town. Like, it's just super weird. Like, we're going to go hit some golf balls into a field later and we're not picking them up, damn it. We're going to lose them out there. And it just is like, holy shit, this is the fucking bomb. I was so pissed, though. We like hitting golf balls into the field, and I found something on Amazon a few weeks ago, and it was some dude was selling 400 used range balls for $60.
Whoa.
And I just wanted to get them, but then he didn't deliver them to me, so I got my money back.
That's like the price to rent 400 balls at a range, you know? Like,
right?
And you get to keep them? Yeah, dude, I feel like I've fallen for where I'll be late night Amazon shopping, and I'll get something and just like not read it properly or really not check the sender, and then be like, why did I fall for this? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, just the thing is, Amazon makes shitty salespeople look so respected on the site. And so
there's no it's the same framing and like picture quality and everything, and it's like, unless you have the gumption to look at their seller history and stuff and read reviews, it's like you're gonna get fucked over by these people. This looks legit as hell.
Yeah. Also, I was thinking about even making a video about refunds online, like with like Postmates and Amazon and everything. But I don't know, because the thing is, I would have to also include you because you're the expert on getting fucked over by Amazon. But yeah, well, that's one thing I like about all the food apps is they seem to just be like, yeah, you're probably right. It's like, okay, I mean, that's not bad. And then Amazon, the biggest company in the fucking world, can't do that.
I'm legitimately, I want to know what percentage of money like a Postmates or a DoorDash just ends up, no questions asked, refunding to companies or to customers over the year.
Yeah, I don't know.
60.
What was I gonna say? Dude, my brain is so wiped and fried. It's not even overall quarantine stuff. I'm still generally pretty happy. One thing is I know you just did the big drive. I've been looking like into not only me driving, but like, did you look into the kind of like weighing against driving versus flying a lot before you did the drive?
Yeah, I did. And it's like, because the thing is, those, like the airplane things, I'm like, I don't, like, it's just circulated air and they're so public.
That's the thing is, I saw doctors say that the circulated air is so fast that that's not a risk for spreading it.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
okay.
I'm seeing new information now where Tony was the one that put me onto it originally. I think mainly too, I think there's factors definitely where you're driving with two. It seemed like they were saying that they can't really tell which would be safer if it was cross country. But if you're two people, just for the math of it, it's significantly safer to drive across the country with two people like you and Sabrina. But then, like, I also have to factor in, just for people that don't know, my sister's having a kid in August, so I have to go back to Chicago. And there's also factors you have to put in of like driving alone across the country. So we're talking car crashes. We're talking getting sleepy at the wheel, which I would always be careful about, but you never know. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so it's just like, I'm trying to factor this in and figure it out of like which is safer. And so if there could be like one thread on the subreddit of people helping me out on that and not like a million of them, that'd be awesome.
Everyone, please pour your pseudoscience into one Reddit thread, and that will determine what we do for the next few months. Dude, and my biggest thing too is like safety aside as well. Like I wanted to keep doing some Twitch stuff, and I was like, well, I got to take my PC, and I need some camera gear and shit. And it's like, well, I don't want to check my tower case.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. You took the whole PC back home.
Yeah, I took the whole PC back home and like a boxed up monitor and stuff. So like, it was just the car was packed to the gills. I wouldn't have been able to check that. So but maybe I can leave some shit here, figure it out. I don't know.
When I go back, I probably just like pop 2 Stream Decks into a suitcase, and then I have because of I used to do commentary videos back home and here. I have a Blue Yeti mic back home. Tony has the PC that's identical to mine for podcasts. So
perfect.
Yeah, I just don't know, man. I don't. It's a lot. Let's hit in some preguntas.
Yeah. Okay. More memes. The rest of this shit. All right. Here. At Cratchit says, if you could remove 1 cubic meter of matter from existence, what would you remove to cause the most chaos? I like that question.
The most chaos. I wonder what would be
1 cubic meter.
If you couldn't fuck with the Earth's core by taking something out like that.
Probably not. What if it was like a computer server or something, like a government server, and you just like fucking you blipped it out of existence?
Suggestion: cubic meter, just like the center of the president. Like, just like because you'd have a second to say whoa and then you'd die like pretty
well immediately. Honestly, probably, because you got to assume when they would like when they go to do the autopsy, it is a literal cube, so there would be perfectly parallel lines in him, so they'd be like, well, this isn't natural causes, somebody had to have done this.
Somebody removed a cubic meter, we know this. Do you think it would do more damage to the world if the president or the Pope lost a cubic meter of their body instantly?
God, I don't even know. People would probably be more initially pissed at the Pope, globally speaking.
Pissed at the Pope or about the Pope?
Yeah. What the hell, man?
Hey, put that cubic meter back, the Pope.
God, I don't know. I gotta assume it just would be government's slowly domino effect toppling, though, if a cubic meter of our president just disappeared. Because I can't imagine you would survive that regardless of where on your body the cubic meter was removed, right?
Yeah, I think no matter what, history stuff would do less damage. But what's the most important thing in the Smithsonian?
Oh, man.
I don't know.
I think
you've been to it, right?
I have been to a few of the Smithsonian museums. This last year too, when I was touring
The
in
DC one though, yeah.
Yeah, I went to we went to the Natural History and the American History Museum. They have like the Apollo 1 space shuttle or something there. Or that's kind of pretty fucking valuable, I bet. Probably it might be some sort of unique fossil. I don't know, dude.
What would be the worst use of it? What would do the least damage? What if you could? So the question, I'm using a different version of the question. Somebody says you have this superpower once. You can remove it was cubic meter of mass, right?
Yeah.
From the world. And what would be the savior thing to do? What would you do that would either help or do no damage?
Help or do no damage. Oh, man. If there was
oh,
shit. Maybe a low stakes one was maybe there's like a local gas station that had like a clog in their pipes to the soda machine, and they said, no, 80% of our sales are soda sales. Our business is gonna go under. I would come and just boop, I would unclog that little pipe, and the business would be saved.
It's a cubic meter of mass. So,
Eddie, again.
So
85% of their sales are soda. It's a huge pipeline.
But when you remove the pipe altogether,
oh shit! I'm gonna have to workshop
about that.
I just sold out a mom and pop gas station. Sorry. If you went for the most meaningless one, it would probably be like go to the dead center of Wyoming and just do like a Minecraft dirt block removal of one chunk of dirt. Some guy would just. Can you imagine if you were in the middle of fucking nowhere in Wyoming and you see a perfect Minecraft dirt block like missing in a field?
Dude, that would be fucking nuts. I wouldn't even know what to think. I would think there's like a trap in it or something.
Exactly, yeah.
But yeah, so I don't know what the least. I mean, I guess probably just like something on the pallet of like a Pepsi truck or something. Just make it disappear. Wait, but then we couldn't use it to solve social justice, solve social injustice, like Kendall Jenner.
We need Pepsi right now. Do it to a Tahitian treat truck or something.
Can you imagine if it was the same Kendall Jenner commercial, but she's handing a Tahitian treat to the cops?
They're like, what the fuck is this?
All right, you got another pregunta?
Yeah, I got one here. At Mad Gibbs says, if you had to box another YouTuber for charity, who would you pick? Now, Eddie, think strategically. Who would you pick?
Wait, strategically what? For me to win?
Well, I mean,
or
whatever
like
your strategy is here.
Wait, so am I trying to win or am I trying to do good for the community?
Well,
I think I could beat the shit out of Keemstar for sure.
I would assume so. Probably, yeah.
But I don't know if I'd want to fight him because it's not worth it.
Because he would want you to fight him, too.
Yeah, and he'd fucking milk it, and I would just be like, dude, just let me beat you up.
Exactly. I think, now, obviously, that is certainly a more fan-favorite answer. You may not agree with my answer, but if I'm just going for strategic personal gains, I'd probably choose the Skyrim Grandma Shirley Curry to box. I feel like it would be a pretty cakewalk match if you fought Grandma Shirley Curry. I wouldn't want to do it. Nobody would like me.
If you're trying to go for the win.
I'm going for the dub. You asked the question. I'm going for the dub, all right?
Actually, if I'm going for the dub, Ryan's Toy Review.
If his parents signed off on it,
dude, they would. They signed him up for anything.
They'd sell him up Schitt's Creek in a fucking second.
They'd sell like Ryan's Toy Review, gloves that were like his superhero character. Oh man, I didn't check up on that after my video, but like they really made a business out of that child, and I hope that he's okay when he grows up.
I just like literally and logically speaking, what do you think he's gonna look like in 10 years? Not like physically, but like what the fuck does a guy like that do? He's gonna have enough money unless his parents fuck him over.
I feel like he'll probably just. I mean, if he has all that money, it's like, are they gonna just put it toward his college? Is when he's like 25, does he just get like $20 million? You know what happens there?
I don't know, because then it's like, too, he's how old is he still? Is he like 8 or 9 or something like that?
When I made the video, I think he was 8.
Okay, so the thing is, too, he's still just a kid dicking around. He could grow up and not shitting on him, but like he could have just no talent in the performing area at all, you know? But he's got this momentum.
He's a kid that plays with toys.
Yeah, it's just like, what the fuck do you do? I'm just so glad I didn't have to live life like that as a kid, you know?
Yeah, because I mean, he also has like TV shows and shit, like the money that he's probably making, but the obligations that's the thing is he does so many things. It's like, when does this kid, they upload every day. When does he have time to be a child?
I don't know. And it's like, does he want to? Because then again, it's like they make him do so much shit. Like just naturally a kid will just not want to do stuff. Like what if he's just like, no.
And now he's got to box me too? Like,
yeah.
I got... Dude, just reach alone. I my statistics are way higher than him.
You could probably not even use your fist. You could probably just kick him the whole time at a distance.
I wouldn't even. I could just knee him. Dude. Oh man, that's okay. How about this? I'll box Ryan's dad.
Okay.
They have to eliminate all current contracts with Ryan if I win.
That's a good idea. But Ryan's dad has a one-time, you know, like one of those charge-up special powers. He has one time where he can call in Ryan to jump off the ropes and try to give you an RKO, all right?
Ryan just starts throwing Tonka trucks at me. Like, I'm getting hit in the head with fucking, like, his exclusive Switch racing game.
He has, like, the Home Alone-esque contraptions on the side of the boxing ring when you're just beating the shit out of his dad.
Oh, my God.
That'd be a good move.
Yeah, and then do you think they would make a video out of it? I think so.
Yeah, probably. Ryan gets fucking yeeted for Habitat for Humanity.
All right, wait, what was... Oh, the boxing was the Pregunta there. Yeah,
dude.
I don't really know if you had to... I don't even know. If it's somebody even good from the community, I don't really want to box any... I want to box people that I really don't like. And so it's like... Did they say for charity?
Yeah, for charity, so it's for a good cause.
Okay,
like,
then...
Well, I feel like, too, especially, I wouldn't want it to be any of our friends. Like, I wouldn't need it to be somebody I hate, but I know I'm competitive, and even if it would be something as silly and dumb as a boxing match, and it was like me and Jakey or me and Danny or something, like, still, I'd be like, I wouldn't want to get beat by, like, a friend of ours, though.
Yeah,
you know?
And also, it's like, the second a punch gets thrown... It's like, it's not about being friends. It's about hurting each other. So it's like, it just wouldn't work.
That would be weird.
Also, Jakey's got a significant height on all of us. So.
Oh, yeah. He's got probably like a fucking 10-foot wingspan. He'd destroy us.
All right. So what's our final answers? I think we'll both at the same time box the Skyrim grandma.
Okay. Just, don't want taking any chances. Like, we want to be a definite guaranteed victory. It's probably
yes,
for the
it's
best.
for charity, but we want to win, and so it would be a tag team thing where we are both tagging in while we're both in the ring fighting her at the same time.
Just, hey, Eddie, I'm pretty winded. Could you come in here and do a round?
I'm already here, buddy. I'm already punching.
Yeah, I'm fresh. I'm in. Let's go. She gets one tag team partner, but it has to be Joey from Joey's Super Cool Food Reviews. All right. She comes, she's like, Joey, you need to come in. He comes in, he goes, I'm B.
Oh, no, I hate it so much. It's a good impression, and I hate hearing it.
Dude, I was checking him out. Like, I constantly am going down the rabbit hole of Cameo. I can't stop looking, and a lot of times it discourages me with certain things that you find. But I see Joey doing stuff on Cameo, and he starts all his cameos with that, and he does 5-minute cameos, which is like,
oh my God.
That's a lot of Joey.
He could make a YouTube video that would make the AdSense would make more than the Cameo. I'm sure he's being offered.
Probably. I think he's charging like $20 for a Cameo or so. But yeah, Jesus,
he's got a good deal of subscriber. Does he get views?
Yeah, he gets some views. I think he gets
what's
maybe
his
like
channel name?
It's Joey's World Tour. You looking her up?
Yeah. So he's got 427,000 subscribers. 30K views, 33K views, 23, 34. So yeah, not to the kind of YouTube standard of what that subscriber number would be, but also not bad.
Can I just play the first 10 seconds of his latest video to see if he is annoying on it or what?
Yeah, he will be, but yeah.
We don't know. We'll give him a chance. This is going in blind. Okay. His latest one. It's called Taco Bravo. Oh, also, guys, don't fucking send him hate. He does a goofy thing. It's kind of weird, but
yeah, he's anyway. A goofy guy, but yeah, we don't need to be that. Like, you're cringe, so we'll hate you.
I want to listen to what he has to say. 10 seconds.
Hi, everyone. This is Joe for Joy Super Cool Food Reviews.
Discord Discord just kept cutting out, so it would be silence and then hearing and you laughing, and then it would cut out. You laughing again.
That was like fucking 15 seconds, dude.
Oh my god.
Joe, my guy. The thing is, what I like is like he does seem to be a really positive guy.
He commits
but it's like
to it too, man.
He's like he's trying to go out of his way in the most crucial chunk of seconds to just be like, "Fuck you, get out of here." All right, if you made it through, I'll be pretty chill and positive the rest of the video.
Oh man, and then I love the "I'm back." Like,
I'm back. Yeah, this is a more wholesome thing too. But I love it for Badlands Chugs. I unironically fucking love Badlands Chugs. He seems like so positive, and he just is a smiley guy. He's got the greatest smile ever. But he. Every single time his whole things is Badlands Chugs is back. Like, it's like, hey, the long-awaited return of Badlands. It's like, well, you're here like every 3 days, so okay.
Oh, dude, he has to return every time because, he might die from chugging like 5 liters of Fanta.
I love how confidently too, because I watched so many Badlands Chugs videos. Like he even for kind of like tame stuff, like it's so wholesome.
He hypes it up too.
He hypes the shit out of it, and it's like when you step away from it, it's just a guy that's like, hey, I'm drinking about 1.5 liters of Mountain Dew right now. That's the video. But it's the personality. And it's funny just watching him. He's trying to have all these like really clean cut professional phrases before he chugs. And he will always say, enough talk. You're here for the chug. But then he'll say like 10 more things. So he'll be like, all right, but enough talk. Let's get going. Quit stalling. 2-liter chug. Going down. Here we go. Watch. That's enough. Going in. Like, he'll just keep saying things. And
get sometimes, ready. We're about to do it. I'm going to chug. Get ready. I'm about to chug. Don't touch that dial. I'm about to chug.
You can tell in some of the ones too where they're like kind of more shitty challenges, he actually doesn't want to do it, and he seems like he's not doing it for the bit, but he's actually trying to talk himself into it. Like one of the ones he said something like, he's like, all right, enough talk, let's get to it. Here we go. Stop stalling. I know what you're doing. Don't do it. It's just like, you didn't have to do this, man. To go drink a Coke or something.
I know what you're doing, and it sounds like he's talking to the audience, where somebody watching is like, "What am I doing? What did I do?"
It's like his never got his approval mother is over his shoulder, like, Badlands, I know what you're doing. It's like, I'm sorry, Mom, I don't want to drink this. Anyway, here I got another pregunta here. At Rocker606465 says, what is the dumbest skill that you have learned out of boredom? For example, I can start strike anywhere matches on my teeth. I hate that.
Oh, what? No, I don't like that at all.
Doesn't that taste horrible? Isn't that like fucking red phosphorus? Isn't that like toxic?
I don't, it just doesn't sound good no matter what in every way of it. I don't know. What do you mean? Oh, you want to say something more about the matches, or you?
Well, I'm just trying to think of how you do it. Like, I feel like they're too smooth on the front face, right? You have to like go like on the molars, which is like so much deeper and in your teeth.
I don't know. I would just.
Should I go see if there's a strike anywhere match and if I can do that right now?
Yes.
Okay, I will stall for 43 seconds.
Okay. Installing now. Hey guys, I do like that Gus started that by saying, isn't that really bad for you and dangerous? And he's like, you want me to do it? So I also just want to thank everybody for coming to that charity live stream and giving to it. And anybody who's been, obviously we've talked a million times about it, but supporting the Twitch streams and the Twitch streams. If only I could talk without messing up my goddamn phrasing. But yeah, I don't know. I'm working on a new video. That's fun and exciting, isn't it? I think Yikes merch is about to be sold out, but we're dropping some new ones on June 29th. It's going to be a summer collection that we're working on. That's it, really. I'm stalling. No, one thing I want to mention, too, is just even with the subreddit, I thank you guys for still just, like, memeing around when we're not doing a podcast during, like, hard times. Because I got to be honest, when we're really not feeling it, I feel this like immense sense of disappointing all of you, and I feel like you're going to just hate us if we skip too much or if we're uploading late too much, and it's this constant weight of worry. And so when we're not really feeling the podcast, when the world is burning, I'm like, oh no, and then you guys are generally really cool about it, so thanks. And he's back.
I'm back in here. I got some matches. Okay, so I don't even know for sure if these are Strike Anywhere. They have the white tips, which would lead me to believe that they are Strike Anywhere. Mm-hmm. But if not, then I promise next week I'm going to go out and I'm going to buy some definite Strike Anywhere ones and try it. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to... Quit stalling. Here we go. Enough talk.
I'm going to match.
Should I try front of the teeth or molars first?
Front, because it sounded like the one that you first thought wasn't possible, so we want to disprove that first.
All right. I'm hoping. These matches are like from the fucking Reagan administration, so these probably will kill me. God, they smell old and terrible. All right, I'm going to try across the front. Nope. Can you hear that in the mic at all?
No, but it's just...
Oh. All right, fucking horrible. Oh. All right, let me try my molar. I got to rinse first. All right.
Did you spit it out?
Well, I cleansed my palate, my striker strip here.
Okay.
All right, now I gotta have like a front-facing camera here so I can see where I'm reaching in. All right, I got Snapchat open. I'm gonna try to do it on my molar right now. Ah, cock. It's really not feeling good.
Dude, this is a brain dead podcast. What are we doing?
Ah, fuck. Okay, these fucking taste like meth. I'm not doing this anymore.
I have to ask for the audience, do you know what meth tastes like?
Leave your comments down below.
I meant you, not the fucking...
All right, next week I'm gonna get some actual Strike Unbox or Strike Anywhere, and I'm gonna try it one more official time. Remind me, please, boys.
That'll be the case of the teeth matches. One thing. So then, yeah, is there been a talent that you've taught yourself out of boredom?
Well, one that I know that I've been trying to do for a long time, and I just can't fucking crack it, is, you know, that sort of like Jack Sparrow flipping the coin between your fingers thing that like poker players do?
Yeah.
I can't figure that shit out. I want to do it like just casually, not like a casino asshole, you know, sitting down at the table, but it would be nice to be able to like flick the coin back and forth, but I just can't figure that shit out.
I'm picturing it right now. I'm doing it. If you picture an invisible one, you can kind of do it.
Baby, wait, not whether or not it's Tony or somebody else. Edit me doing it right now. See, look at this.
Hold on. Did you say whether it's Tony or somebody else is in one of the fans?
Yeah, okay. Anyone else want to edit this podcast today?
You're asking Tony, who we're asking to edit the podcast a day late, to CGI a poker chip in between your fingers as you quickly move it.
Someone help Tony out. Someone just look. I'll be a high roller here. See? Whoa. Hey, baby.
There he goes.
Need a light?
He's doing it.
Look, I struck it on my teeth.
It's so cool. He's so
now
cool.
I'm cool. I'm fucking cool, dude. I have been known to have had sex a couple of times before.
Not true. No, nobody knows you for that.
Can't prove it. It's not on Google, so.
Well, what about the times every single night when Sabrina made you sleep on the couch?
That was, I didn't really have to work at that trick. I just sort of like kept accidentally doing it and accomplishing it. So
I just kept accidentally tripping when I was trying to get in bed and falling all the way to the couch in the living room.
Well, guess I gotta stay here.
And I guess somehow while I was tripping, Sabrina locked the door behind me.
Yeah. Crazy every night too. Dude, I prefer sleeping on a couch. If I had to choose, like assuming that like having a physical romantic partner was not a factor for the rest of my life, and I was just kind of I know it's kind of a big part of your life. And it was just me kicking it, I would choose a couch every time to sleep on.
Well,
I
also
sleep
trained
so well.
yourself to sleep on a couch when you were in Menominee.
That's true. That was the greatest piece of furniture I'll ever own. I had a couch on Craigslist for it was like $20. We checked it. It was true leather. No sperm visible. No semen. I slept on that thing for like 4 years.
I like that you specified both, as if you could just see the sperm on it, like just wiggling around.
I tested for different kinds of types. Double negatives on that.
But yeah, what happened to that couch?
Dude, so Sven has that couch, actually. It's in his dorm room right now. No sperm, no semen from me. It's clean.
But from Sven, we don't know. We could never know until Sven. It's the black light challenge. Sven, go into your college dorm and turn that black light on and show the world.
You don't have the opportunity to wipe it down first. You have to go in completely dry. Good. I like this challenge.
What was that? It was that Tosh.0. What was the fucking video? Was it literally just video of the week, or was it viewer video of the week? Because you were one of them too.
Oh, so that Sven has?
No, I'm saying like the in Tosh, like when he would have one video that was like the user submitted one.
Yeah. It's viewer video of the week, I think.
Viewer video of the week.
Eddie, I had 3 of those. Just saying.
Okay. What seasons, Gus?
I think season 62,
Season 25.
85, and 403.
But I remember a really good one where it was like the sketch was just he was checking the black light in his room for his roommate, and there was nothing to be found, and he's like, okay, good. And when it showed him holding the black light, it was all over his face and mouth. And I just love that one. I don't remember who made it.
How much longer do you think those kind of shows can keep going on? Like Ridiculousness, Tosh.0, like that kind of shit? Because those are really the 2 flagship ones.
I'm shocked that they're still going.
I am too.
They're both still going, right?
Yeah, I had heard from my old manager that apparently like Taj signed, and this is not like secret shit, but I think they're at least doing a few more years from what I've heard, you know? So who the fuck knows? Like, and also who's watching that, you know? Like, who doesn't have the internet?
Some people have like passive TV where it's like collect those clips and I'll just leave it on. Like, I do get that. And that's why I think they're fucking money makers. Like, I don't think people are going, oh, new episode of Ridiculousness. They'll just go, oh, okay. Yeah, there's 17 seasons of the show.
Because you got to think about it, like, at what point, it's almost like the porn joke, you know? Like, why are we still making more porn? Like, there's, 10 plus seasons of both the shows. You know, who's sitting down like, wait a minute, I saw this one in episode 305, you know? They're just in syndication.
But I guess there's more internet material than there ever has been, though.
That's true.
So, like, I guess we just don't need them. I mean, if you have a Twitter account, you pretty much see the shit either way. But yeah, I don't know. It was really cool when Tosh first started because it was cool to see somebody on TV go like, hey, you know that viral video that happened 3 months ago? I got that guy to film a thing with me. And it's just, I don't know if he's still doing that, but I never see like actual viral people. But they don't really exist anymore, right?
I just feel like they don't. Like, yeah, like even like huge memes, like if something really pops off, it's like maybe it got like a couple week window to try to get people to pay attention to you.
Some people turn it into kind of a career though. Like that one OK Boomer girl like made it into a career now, and she's like a Twitch streamer. And so I think there's something about becoming a meme and translating to Twitch that seems to work very, very well.
Really?
And that's cool. Yeah, it just seems like you can have people Twitch and Twitter, I think, because then it's like you can make jokes about that meme, and then also if people want to come see you live in that moment, they can.
I could see
but
that,
I think for YouTube you need like a specific like type of show that you need to have ready. You know, you can't just like start uploading. But streaming, not saying in any way that it's easier, but you don't have to be and I think this covers all of us. We all don't have to be as unique as we do on YouTube from each other. Like on Twitch, you can just like play games and hang out and do shit, you know?
Yeah, totally. Whatever happened to that I'm Already Tracer? What happened to that girl? She do anything?
Oh, shit. I don't know. I don't know actually at all.
That was pretty big for like a month or so, and then it's like I feel like I still see references to that and stuff, but...
Yeah. Didn't Ethan take a picture with her when his hair was blue, and I kept seeing it in the meme rounds of where they called him Ninja?
Oh yeah, I think that was true. Yeah. Fuck.
But all right, you got another pregunta?
Yeah, I do. All right, here we go. At Mr. Man 359490032 said, if aliens came, which human should be sent to their ship to discuss with them?
Huh. I don't know, because I'm assuming that there's an idea that the aliens might get violent, right? And we need a good mediator.
We need a mediator and somebody that if they died, not that it wouldn't be a tragedy, but that the world wouldn't collapse.
So we need somebody old and somebody who currently isn't in a position of power that is like so significant the world would collapse.
Yes, old, not in a position of power, and somebody that could be disposable.
They can be in a position of power. I would suggest Bernard Sanders. Not Bernie. That it would be sad if we lost Bernie, but I think maybe we got the best chance of him being like, here's the business.
Yeah.
And I'm going to try and mediate here, but if not, fuck you.
Plus, we do know if shit starts going down and the lasers start firing, I mean, he can kind of run, so he has kind of a chance to dodge out of there.
I think, who else, who in entertainment, who would be the best, like, actor to do it?
Assuming that the aliens have the technology to be able to understand English through some sort of like instant Google Translate UN headpiece kind of thing, you probably want somebody that's kind of amicable and has a good sense of humor.
Dude, you know, we had the perfect person and we lost him in 2014, dude. Robin Williams would have been the perfect person to talk to aliens. Because, like, he's weird, too, or, you know what I mean? And he also played an alien on TV for years.
so he knows the language.
He could be like, look, I like you guys. Yeah. And also, I just don't think, I think he would probably do the best fucking job out of anybody.
Oh, probably, yeah. Man, he's even kind of old. Maybe now John Cleese, he'd be like kind of dry, and he's super old too.
Yeah, but I don't know enough about John Cleese personally to endorse him as our alien person. I think, honestly, get those aliens in the podcast set in our apartment.
That's true.
That's all I'm saying.
I think they'd have a lot to say.
We have a couple of beers, we get some preguntas, and we're like, Jared69 asks, are you going to murder us? And they're like, no, but they're kind of cute about it, and we all have a laugh, and then they maybe do kill us, but we at least had a laugh on the podcast.
That's okay. Tony edits out the killing, so it stays advertiser friendly.
Or just let's say fuck it and send Phil up there.
Yeah.
Just for fun.
I could see him doing well. All right, anyway, so what I got here is I got one from Jaikelmir2, and they say, hey, my friends and I have been debating this for a while. This is a banger one, I'm going to tell you right now, Eddie.
Okay.
How do the monsters in Monsters, Inc. reproduce? Is it sexual, asexual, or other? Why is there such a wide variety of monsters? Why do Mike and his mom look the same? We need to hear your thoughts on this.
Okay, first of all, no matter how they reproduce, there is a sexual nature to the Monsters, Inc. universe, and we see that by how horny Mike is for his girlfriend.
Yeah,
we need to acknowledge that. We have to, Gus, before me and you can even start a fucking discussion about this.
I respect that. I fully acknowledged. Mike is a taint hound. He's a
green ball of horniness.
Do you honestly thinking... Is Mike Wazowski the horniest animated character in children's movies?
No, Pepe. Or I was gonna say Pepe Le Pew, but he's not in a movie. Well, I guess he's in Space Jam.
That's true.
He's got to be the horniest because we don't even draw him anymore. That's how horny he is. We just like nobody has put a pen to paper and drawn Pepe Le Pew in like 20 years because they're like, This is too horny of a character.
I honestly can't think of anybody hornier than Mike Wazowski, especially in Disney Pixar stuff.
I'm trying to think who else is hornier in Disney Pixar's universe. I would say not even close to Mike, but there's a slight horniness to Mr. Potato Head, and we need to acknowledge that, and also to Woody in Toy Story 2.
Oh, dude, with Bo Peep, dude, he goes Dumbo mode for her.
Yeah, he goes Dumbo. His legs start shaking. He's so horny.
Plus, his name is literally a boner, so they kind of factor that in.
Does it count? What's the fucking if it's the audience horny for him? What's the fucking Wheezy penguin? Is his name literally Wheezy? What's his name?
I think it is Wheezy. My squeaker.
Wheezy gets me going like nobody else in movies. Okay, when they find him on that dusty shelf in Toy Story 2, dude.
Can you imagine bringing Wheezy to climax and he just goes?
My laugh just sounded like it because oh my god. Here's my dream scenario. I get put on I'm a toy, I get put on the shelf and Wheezy's there and he goes, I've been up here for months and I've had nobody to satisfy me sexually.
You want to see my squeaker? He just fucking flashes you.
What the fuck? I need to know his exact name before we. It can't be his name.
I think it is Wheezy.
But why would they name him that when he had a working squeaker before?
Oh yeah, that's kind of fucked. You're kind of dooming. That's like naming a kid Parkinson's or something like that.
His name is Wheezy. Why the fuck would they name him?
What the fuck?
Like,
did his name change? Was it just like Walter? And then one day, they're like, dude, I'm sorry, Walter, you're fucking Wheezy now.
He's a broken toy. It's like in Toy Story 2, they just start calling Woody like ripped arm bitch. Like, okay. So we have Mike Wazowski.
Yes, Mike
currently
Wazowski.
ranked number 1, the horniest. First off, I want to say we're filming this on the spot, so everyone in the podcast subreddit is going to be like, how did they not think of this person? Because you had time to think, okay?
That's true.
Okay, let's break down. Is there any... I really don't think there's that horny of characters in Cars. Lightning McQueen is probably the horniest, but not super horny. It's just because he has a love interest.
Yes, I could see that. So fuck the Cars universe, probably.
There's no horniness, I believe, in Good Dinosaur or Brave, and I also don't want to talk about those movies because they're just okay.
Yep.
So we're gonna. So what are the other classic Pixar movies that we need to go over?
Well, we got Finding Nemo. I don't know. Marlin seems repressed, but not horny at all. You know?
I don't know if anybody in Finding Nemo seems very horny. I will say. Does Wall-E count as horny?
Okay, I was thinking about that because it's like he's. It seems more of a love motivation. Though,
it seems like a childhood sweetheart, like nice, sweet love. I don't think Wall-E expresses any horniness. I feel like we would have seen a robot penis if that were the case.
Probably, yeah.
And
we do. Go for it. Go for it.
I was gonna say, and I don't know if we have any other characters that are explicitly horny in the Wall-E movie.
No, it's just fat humans are really the only other characters there too, and I can't imagine they're very sexually motivated at that stage.
Well, they actually, they aren't at all. They like haven't touched each other in like generations.
Yeah,
so they definitely aren't.
That's a good point. I can't think of really anything in the Incredibles universe. Everyone is horny for Mrs. Incredible, but that's like an outside force that is not her choosing. I guess also, Violet kind of is.
Yeah, but she's it's a teenage boy she has a crush on. Mike is like, he's already dating his girlfriend, and he's like so horny.
He's just slinging dick nonstop.
He's so horny that he calls her schmoopsy poo just so he can get in bed with her.
No self-respecting man would ever do that.
And then he weaponizes his horniness with, why am I forgetting her name?
With Raj.
Yeah. You forgot to file your paperwork last night.
He like dances his fingers on her counter, doesn't he?
Oh yeah, dude. He's all over the place, dude.
Oh man, yeah. So what are we forgetting? A major Pixar staple.
Okay. We got Toy Story. We got Finding Nemo. We have Up. I guess Carl is kind of like but his is more sad.
Yeah, they don't show. There's no in the nice montage. There's no scene where they're fucking, and they also didn't have a child. So we can assume there's a chance that they never had sex.
Yeah,
because we never saw it, and we never saw proof of purchase. So.
That's true. Yeah, show me the fucking receipts. All right, here's what I got. Here, Disney Pixar movies, the big ones. Coco. It's just not really anything sexual in there. Inside Out. There probably would be an emotion for just that, but we didn't see it in the movie.
Yeah, but nobody is old enough, and they showed the dad, and there was no. Why isn't there? We need the adults to have horniness, because that's got to be in there.
Oh, dude,
would they just call him? Yeah, horniness, or would they call him horny?
Probably horny. I guess Linguini from Ratatouille was pretty horny.
Yeah, Linguini is pretty horny.
We have to get the top three here. Okay.
Okay. I say that Linguini actually he is. Yeah, Linguini's really horny.
Yeah.
Arguably more than Mike.
I don't know, but
he gets so horny he forgets about the cooking shit.
That's true, but you made a good point with Roz. Mike weaponizes it. Like, he can't even contain it to one woman. It's just, like, coming and going all over the world.
So, also, in Monsters University, do we see Mike get horny at all?
I don't know, but you got to assume that he's at his peak sexual prime in college there.
Right, and so we didn't see him that horny then. I would say, yes, Mike weaponizes it, but Linguini gets so horny that he forgets the matter at hand. And Mike immediately gives up his horniness to figure out what's going on with Boo the second he sees that there's a child in their world. Linguini almost fucks it all up.
That's true. But also Linguini is way stupider than Mike. And, hey, how do we know, Eddie? Holy shit. How do we know that Linguini isn't the horny one? What if it's Remy pulling the hairstrings, being vicariously horny through him?
They show scenes where he like puts them away and shit because he's so horny.
It's like Remy, I'm at a funeral. Get the hell out of here.
Well, here's my question then.
Yes.
If we're throwing that in there, how do we know there's not a little rat controlling Mike Wazowski the whole time? How do we know any Pixar character is conscious of what they're doing and there isn't a little rat fucking around with them? How do we know?
That is true. That is true because there are those fan theories proving that everything in the Pixar universe is in one single universe. So the ability to have a sexually charged rat yanking at your hair and making you go about your day can be true of anybody in a Pixar movie.
And then I know what you guys are probably thinking in the audience. How could that possibly apply for Toy Story? There's a little toy rat that's in Woody's hat.
Fuck, dude. Oh, and then think about it.
Wide open.
When does he lose his hat? Which movie? Is that the first one or the second one where he loses his hat for a little while?
I think it's
It's the first one, right?
Oh, I thought. Well, I know in the second one he definitely goes to the toy place and he's like, I don't know, did he lose his hat during that?
Oh, wait, I think it did because it's like, oh, he's missing his hat and it's not complete, and then Dennis Nedry can't sell him, you know?
Yeah.
I actually couldn't come up with his name again. I can't. What's that fucking guy? Newman. That guy.
When does Woody lose his hat? The first time Woody's hat is removed was Andy is playing with him and said hello to Molly. Woody's hat was gone. I think this might. I think it might be Toy Story 2. I can't tell right now. Yeah, Woody's lost hat, Toy Story 2 reenactment is what I'm seeing here. I think he loses his hat in the second one. Yeah.
So is all the Bo Peep stuff in the second one or is that in the first one?
I don't know if Bo Peep is in the first one, but most of the Bo Peep stuff I think is in the second.
Okay.
Because they immediately, if it were something different, like they immediately have Jessie be like Buzz's kind of love interest toward the end of that movie, and it's not even like that at all with those two.
Yeah.
And so Bo Peep, and then in 3, they're like, what happened to Bo Peep? He's like, I don't want to fucking talk about it. There's a little rat in my hat.
That's
he said
a good
that
point.
Verbatim.
There's a rat in my hat. Because I was wondering when his hat was off, because he got so much shit done when the hat and the rat wasn't on his head. Like in the second one, he goes on arguably the biggest adventure of the 4-film franchise. So he probably was so non-distracted by having that horny little rat up there that he just got shit done the whole movie. But then again, Eddie, because then when he gets his hat back, he is with Jesse, and he is flirting up a storm with Jesse. He goes, "Fuck Bo Peep, I'm all in on this Jesse girl."
Does he do that?
Dude, remember he's doing like the rootin' tootin' cowboy coming out of the box and shit.
He's breaking into his old persona. He's not like, I'm gonna fuck Jesse. Once
He
I'm
is
done
an
with
inch away. If Stinky Pete was turned around in the box, it would have been on her like flies on shit.
Here's my question: where does this problem start and stop? Is his name actually Stinky Pete?
It is Stinky Pete. Or Stinky Pete the Prospector, yeah.
Okay. Stinky Pete, was he, because he's still in the box when we catch up with him. Does this go as far back to the toy factory? Was there a little rat made for his hat before he was unboxed? Or he does the most evil things once he breaks out of the box, which means a little toy rat found his hat right when he got out of the box.
Damn, dude.
There's a rat in everyone's hat.
Oh my god, dude, you know, I just remembered too that deleted scene that they took out when they re-released Toy Story 2 because it was too, like, Tony blanked the word. Word I said. Remember Stinky Pete is with two of the Barbie flight attendants.
Oh, that's
and he's
in the
like,
credits. It's not a deleted scene. It's in the credits of the actual movie.
I thought they removed it on later releases, though.
They just recently removed it from like streaming services. I saw it when I rented Toy Story 2 like a year ago, and I saw it then. So now they removed it, but it wasn't until very recently where people were like, "Whoa."
But that's like an ace in the hole, like Stinky Pete.
Actually, he's the horniest.
He's gotta be. I mean, his Stinky Pete, probably.
Yeah, he's so horny that we took part of him out of the movie. So he's like Pepe Le Pew, but he's a Pixar character.
I can't believe we figured this out.
He is and so for people that don't know what we're talking about, there's a scene that is the thing is, at the time, they were doing bloopers where it was like the toys were Hollywood characters almost acting in the movie. And so you'd hear them cut, you'd hear the crew laugh. And so clearly at the time, they were making light of the creepy old actor on a set. And now it is like really insensitive, but they were making fun of that guy. But that's in the movie, and that's his character. We have found the horniest Pixar character, and he is canceled.
I have nothing else to say.
I rest my case, and you're welcome for those answers, everybody.
Fuck out of here.